Hey everybody, my name is Ernie. I'm the Web Technologies Librarian at Paul Sawyer Public Library, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about the Libby app. That's for Android and iPhone devices. That'll allow you to access our Kentucky Libraries Unbound ebook and e-material catalog. If you've been using the Overdrive app, it's the same catalog, all the same material. It's just the old Overdrive app is not as supported now, and this new Libby app is what they are focusing on now. So if you're not already using it, now would be a good time to go ahead and get used to it. Works about the same way, so there's not a whole lot different. It's more just a few things are a little different in how you actually navigate around the app. So this should be the main screen you see once you install the Libby app and you put in your card information with Paul Sawyer Public Library. It'll say Kentucky Libraries Unbound up here. This will just be a list of the sort of featured books, new things that have been added to our Overdrive collection. The main thing is down here at the bottom. You can see three sort of options. The first is library, and that is just where you access the library, the collection, where you can search for books, find books to check out. Shelf is going to be where the stuff you check out is located for you to open up and read, and I'll show you that after I check something out here in a minute. And the middle is actually the player or the reader. If you have an audiobook or an ebook that you're reading or you're listening to, you'll click on this big maroon circle in the middle to actually get to the player. So first, once you're here, there's several different ways to look for material, find material you want. You can go to Explorer. This will give you a few different guides and categories to look through. For instance, here's a guide to teens, so it'll kind of give you specific stuff for teens. Then if you go back, what I like to do is go to what's available, and that'll just show you the things that are available right now for you to check out. You won't have to put anything on hold. Everything that you browse through is going to be available for you to get right then. So if we go to available audiobooks and we take a look through here, these are all audiobooks that are currently available right now. So if we just go, let's see, Little Women. So if I go ahead and if I click on the actual cover of the book, it'll give me a description of the book, a little bit as far as who the author is, things like that. And then borrow is where I'm actually going to borrow the book to my account. So when I hit borrow, that puts it in my account. Now I can either keep browsing for more stuff if I was just going to collect a bunch of stuff maybe to listen to on a trip, or I can go ahead and open it straight from here just to start listening to it, or I can go to my shelf where it's going to have all the things that I currently have checked out on my account. Now if we go back to the main front screen of Libby, so down here on shelf, when you click shelf, this is going to show everything that I have checked out. Here is also where you're going to see under loans is what I currently have checked out. Holds is anything that I have on hold, what place I'm in line for it. And then tags, that's if I've tagged books, I can see what I've rated them as well as different things I associate with that. So if I go to Little Women here, that's the book that I just checked out. If I hit open audiobook, that will go ahead and start playing it. I can skip through
Little Women by Louisa May Alcott.
Select different chapters. So I can just skip right through where I want to go.
Chapter 9. Meg Goes to Vanity Fair.
The player buttons are just right here and they're pretty self-explanatory. Once again, that's in the center of the Libby app right here. Once you start playing a title or reading it, the cover will actually show up in the middle here, sort of just letting you know what you're currently listening to. So I can go back to library and I can go look for some other stuff to read or to listen to. Then This will keep my place where I'm at for whatever it is that I'm currently in the middle of. And I can go to shelf to kind of take a look at the things that I have and what I might need to do with them. For instance, it tells me how much longer I have in the checkout, and this right here actually tells me how far along I am in the book. Since I skipped ahead to like chapter 9 or something, it just went ahead and popped me 17% through the book. Under Manage Loan, this is where I can return it if I want to. It also has the date that it's due, and I can also renew it. Now, I can't renew it right now. I can only renew it when it's closer to the actual due date. That is the very basics of the Libby app. The main thing to remember is just flipping between these two options here. Library, that's where you're going to look for the materials, find materials you want to check out. And then Shelf is where it's going to actually keep, where you can see all of the materials that you have checked out or that you are waiting for. And then the center is the actual player for you to read or to listen to whatever it is you have checked out. Very simple to use. Again, if you are used to using the Overdrive app, sort of about the same. They've just made it a little bit more streamlined. A lot of the old menu options are gone, and actually a lot of the old hassle is gone from having to log into various things. Once you log in with your card number and PIN here, you're pretty much set. You won't have to go back in and deal with that very often. One other thing I'll mention is up here. This little icon will show you your different cards. Now, if some people have different cards from different libraries, you can add different libraries and it will keep them separated here. So for instance, if I had a Lexington Public Library card, I could add that and it would have them separated here between the two different libraries, Kentucky Libraries Unbound for us, and then Lexington for them. So that's another thing that's very helpful, is to keep your different library cards sort of separated and managed in here. And this is also where the help and support is. There's some tutorials in here in case you're looking for something specific I might not have mentioned here. Beyond exploring where you browse through the categories, right up here where it says search for book is the easiest way just to search for something specific that you're looking for. Like if I just wanted 1984, I could just pop it in. Here's 1984 in the title, and when I click on that, it gives me everything that matches that. That is about it. If you have any other questions or if there's some specific problems that you've been running into with the app, you can feel free to ask questions in the comments, or you can email me at the library. I'd be happy to help out. And I hope you all enjoy our electronic materials while a lot of us are stuck at home. Thanks.